Gas and power guys were fixing a leak. Found partial remains about 6 feet down.
An old disco?
Was an old disco. The Bell.
Off Lansing Boulevard, real eyesore?
That's the spot. 22 people were killed there in a fire in 1978. Ruled as arson. 23rd was presumed dead. Remains were never found.
Are you thinking this might be the guy?
John Doe.
That's all that's left of him?
Skull's all I need to get an ID. Man had excellent teeth.
Well, if he was burned up in the fire, why didn't we find him back then?
Well, apparently he was deep underground where the VIP room was.
Plus, there's that.
Slug's been rolling around in his brain pan.
Right between the eyes. Shooter must have been close up.
Can we get rifling off of this slug?
My guess is it's a .38. Should have distinctive markings.
This guy was probably shot before the fire ever got to him.
Or maybe the doer started the blaze, covered his tracks.
Hide one murder, caused 22 others.
We don't got a cold one here. We got 23 of them.
Dental records were conclusive. This is our John Doe. Benjamin Isaac Rosen, 22.
I remember the news coverage of the Bell fire. Crime families, burned bodies.
Bulldozers coming quick, demolish the place?
Yeah, what was left standing was considered a safety hazard.
So maybe they did a rush job finding all the remains.
It explains why they didn't find him.
You, ever hang out at this disco, boss?
Oh, not me. I think Jeffries was a beat cop in South at the time. I wonder what he did Saturday nights.
Now, the Bell wasn't just a disco. It was the disco. Lines around the block to get in, a lot of feathered hair, gold chains, polyester.
It sounds like you've got some familiarity there, Will.
I was there once.
William Disco Jeffries.
Come on, Will, bust a move for us.
Yeah, do the hustle, baby.
Well, if it's all the same, I'd rather not. Those were regrettable times.
The arson report says a blaze started in the White Room. Do you know what that was?
VIP lounge, where all the cocaine was snorted.
And where Ben Rosen's remains were found.
So maybe he started the fire?
Right after he got shot in the face.
That's a point.
So who was with Ben in the White Room?
Chief suspect in the arson was the owner of the place.
Neil Cheney?
Torched his own club for the insurance?
You think he'd wait till after hours?
It looks like they dug, but didn't get far with that theory.
We got partial rifling on the bullet. It was a .38.
Good enough to find a match?
Yep. When we find the gun that matches the slug, could lead us to the door.
I'd call that new direction.
Vera, Disco will have a conversation with Neil Cheney. Meantime,
We'll go to the Rosens.
You found Benny after all these years.
I always hoped, prayed he got out of that conflagration somehow. Ran away, something. Foolish, I know.
Benny lived at home with you?
He was going to go to dental school.
Top of his class. Smart. Sweet.
Do you have any enemies you know of?
I thought he died in the fire.
I'm afraid he was murdered, Mrs. Rosen, before the fire started.
Murdered?
Was he in any kind of trouble?
How should we know? Benny was an open book before he started playing that so-called music. After, he shut us out.
He knew we disapproved.
Why shouldn't I have disapproved? That disco ruined his life.
We kept some of his things in his room. Maybe you'd like to see. Salutatorian of his high school class. Adorable, right?
There's something you want to tell us, Myra? Something you didn't want your husband to hear?
No, of course not.
Because I got the feeling there was. We know this is difficult.
Doesn't have to leave this room.
There was something. It's something I never told my husband.
What was that?
I came home from Temple early one night on account of my arthritis. This was a week before the fire. And I saw them together. My Benny and a shiksa. Like you.
Not here, baby.
Come on. My folks won't be back for hours.
But if we want to win this competition, we gotta practice. I don't got the rhythm like you do.
You gotta where it counts, baby. You're far out.
When are you gonna tell your parents we're engaged?
Soon. You are such a foxy mama.
Benny.
Hey. You know I want to marry you. Spend my whole life dancing with you. We don't have to make it now if you don't want to.
We'll practice, then we'll make it, huh?
I love you, hot stuff.
They were in love. At least my Benny had that before he died.
Did Benny ever talk about his wedding plans?
He was probably afraid to. His father would have hit the roof.
You know what happened to this girl, Sonia?
She got burnt in the fire. I visited her once at St. Ignatius. She was all doped up, never knew I was there.
And your husband still doesn't know about her.
He needs more heartache. It's bad enough feeling his son betrayed him over disco.
Yeah? That's nice. There you go. Sonia Witkowski,
Yes.
Detectives Rush and Valens. We're here about Benjamin Rosen.
Benny? I'll be right back. I lost Benny in the Bell fire.
Part of his remains were recently found, Sonia. It appears he was killed before the fire started.
Someone killed him?
I'm afraid so.
We understand you two were engaged.
We were gonna get married after the dance competition. Such a long time ago.
Was there anything unusual going on in Benny's life right around then?
Fights, a threat.
No. I mean, you're sure he was murdered?
Anything you could tell us could really help.
A couple of days before the dance contest, I got there early to practice.
Hey, Foxy Mama, let's hustle.
What did Cheney want?
Nothing.
Didn't look like nothing.
Look, are we talking or are we dancing?
You deal blow for Cheney, Benny. I'll dump your ass.
I'm not dealing blow. I swear.
You wouldn't lie to me?
I'd rather die.
Hey, after we win that $1,000, baby, let's elope. We'll go to Manhattan and get married at Studio 54.
We gotta win first.
What win? You are the best disco dancer in Philly.
Philly? Is that all?
In America. The whole world.
It was the love of my life, you know? The real deal.
What were Benny and Mr. Cheney fighting about?
I don't know. Benny used to give private dance lessons to some of Cheney's clients. But it seemed like something more serious.
Are you sure it ain't possible Benny was dealing for him?
He said he wasn't.
On the off chance that he was, Sonia, you think Cheney was the kind of man who could murder someone?
I know he had a gun. Used to show it off like some kind of big shot.
We're still looking for Neil Cheney, but he did have a permit for a .38.
Which he fired in '77. Shot a burglar at the Bell.
A year before Benny was shot.
Files coming over from south.
Well, we find that slug you shot at that burglar matched the one we got on this job.
Make Cheney a good bet for the door.
All right, we were talking about finding a bullet fired 26 years ago from a gun we don't even know exists anymore.
Registered to a man we can't find.
Yeah.
The word long shot comes to mind.
Like a challenge.
Well, you got one.
Bob from South ID's the guy Cheney shot as Mark Wrigley.
Tried to rob the disco at closing. Cheney popped him. Shooting was ruled self-defense.
Maybe Wrigley knows what happened to the slug.
He doing time someplace?
Custodial tail at the river rink. Penn's Landing.
Know how we've been having trouble finding Cheney? It's because county's 6 months behind processing death certificates.
Cheney's dead?
3 months ago. Cirrhosis of the liver.
Crap. Well, so what? We still have 23 unsolved murders.
You can't talk to the father, we'll settle for the son. He's not dead, is he?
Nah, Paul Cheney owns a shop in Center City.
Good. Out on the street, boss.
You should try this. You should give it a try. See what I can. Excuse me just 1 second. Enjoy yourselves.
What's up, folks? You want a pipe?
Depends what's in it.
Tobacco. The new marijuana.
It's far out, Paul.
Tobacco's legal, remember? Hey, you want to check the pipes? Be my guest.
We ain't narcs.
We're homicide.
Homicide? Well, what do you want with me?
Your father, he had a permit for a .38?
We thought you might know where that gun is now.
Excuse me, do you mind just stepping over here for a second? Wait, what's this about?
The Bell. A man was killed there that night, before the fire broke out.
And you want to pin it on my old man who's trying to rest in peace?
We're trying to solve a murder.
Don't you mean murders? Look, I've been through this 100 times. 23 people burned to the crisp. Everybody blamed my dad for it. That's why he drank himself to death.
You don't think he was responsible?
My father loved the Bell. The idea of his torching it, it's just craziness.
So what about that 38, Paul?
I threw it into the Delaware like a decade ago. I was worried my dad was going to turn it on himself.
Remember a guy named Benny Rosen?
Yeah, sure. Benny the Rose. Everybody knew him.
Someone killed him that night. Shot him.
No. Well, come on. It wasn't my dad. I was by his side the whole night at the judge's table.
Who else at that disco had it in for Benny?
Benny was the king. People worshipped him, especially the women. Guy was a real Don Juan Steen.
He caught up in any romantic triangles?
Nah, he had a serious girl. But you know, them two had a fight that day. Now, I know about this because I was doing something you might think unsavory, but try to remember I was just a horny kid at the time.
Oh, yeah. Do it for me, Foxy Fox.
This is the ladies' room, Benny. Get the hell out.
Don't cry.
You're a jerk, you know?
Look, I'm having second thoughts about eloping,
Yeah,
all right? It's
yeah,
putting
yeah.
too much pressure on Winnie, and I don't want it to affect our dancing.
You don't want to elope because you're afraid to marry a shiksa.
That ain't true.
Thought you said you'd rather die than lie to me.
You know how my father is.
It's 1978. For God's sake, we can do what we want.
No, but he'd kill me.
Well, waiting is killing me, so you got a choice to make. It's either him or me. But I should kill you, making a slut out of me. You know, I was a virgin before I met you.
Oh, man, what an idiot that guy was. Turning away a piece of ass like that. Believe me, I wouldn't have.
I believe you, Paul.
Mark Wrigley?
Who's asking?
Philly PD, your parole officer said we might find you here?
My crummy boss telling lies again?
What?
This is about him and that borrowed car incident, right? Man, it was 2 months ago. It was an emergency.
No,
I had to...
it's not about that.
Just walking the straight and narrow here, man. Pushing a broom for minimum wage.
Mark, in 1977, you were shot at the Bell Disco?
Yeah, so?
Well, we were kind of hoping that you kept that slug maybe as a souvenir or something?
And we're trying to match it to a bullet on another case.
You bet I know where that slug is. Right here. For 27 years. Sets off metal detectors like crazy.
The docs couldn't take it out?
Not back then. Maybe now, modern medicine, huh?
You'd be willing to give it a go?
I'm civic-minded. Nothing I wouldn't do to assist Philly's finest. Of course, Philly's finest got to assist me.
Assist how?
How much you think it's worth going under the knife? A couple grand?
That's mighty civic-minded of you, Mark.
Hey, capitalism made this country great, my friend.
That $2 grand? That ain't gonna happen.
Then no deal. Yo, you guys want to buy my ass bullet? You know where I work.
You lied to us, Sonia.
Lied?
You said you and Benny were getting married, but you broke up with him that night.
In the ladies' room.
No. I mean, we would have worked it out.
I should kill you making a slut out of me.
2 hours later, Benny ends up with a bullet in his head.
Benny was the love of my life. How do you know what I said anyway?
Where were you when the fire started, Sonia?
On the floor. It was Doreen Blabbin, wasn't it?
That nosy bitch knew everything about everything.
Who's Doreen?
Doreen DeNova. Had a real thing for Benny. Always trying to steal him from me.
That right?
She was competitive with me over everything. Benny, dancing, you name it.
Was she in the dance contest that night?
Yeah. Her and her partner Ken were our main competition. She would have done anything to win.
Last chance for a practice dance. 1 hour till starting time. You heard me, baby. 1 hour.
My heels. That's okay, I got another pair.
Come on, Benny, dance with me.
No, I got a partner.
It's not too late to switch. We won last year. We could do it again this year.
I'm with Sonia now, Doreen.
I'm better than her.
Yeah, it don't matter. I love Sonia.
And I love Kenny, but you and me, we could go places, win real competitions in Manhattan and the like.
Get it out of your head. It's not gonna happen.
Hey, Doreen. Got your headlights on, I see.
Why you gotta be so selfish, son? You already got Benny in the sack. Why can't I have him on the dance floor?
Why should I?
Because you can't keep up with them, and I can.
I ain't heard no complaints.
I ain't made any.
Fine, be that way. Not gonna be the king forever, Benny. That could happen between now and the contests.
What is that supposed to mean?
It means I'm going home wearing that tiara.
Problem, baby?
No, there's no problem here. Come on, hot stuff. You're too foxy to fight.
Pollock!
Slut!
A lot can happen between now and the contest.
And that's a quote.
You think it was a threat?
I just know she was dying to be dancing queen 2 years running.
Doreen DeNova?
Yeah.
We need to talk to you about Benny Rosen.
Benny the Rose? Oof. That's a blast from the past.
You remember threatening him?
What? Gloria, hang on a second. I need a smoke. Ugh. You've been talking to Sonia, huh? Right? What is she, a fatty now or what?
Make good on that threat, Doreen?
Because Benny was murdered that night.
Oh, yeah? Well, that's news to me.
Where were you when the fire started?
On the floor with my partner, Ken. What did Sonia tell you I whacked Benny?
You denying you made a threat?
I might have said something as a psych out.
To win the contest?
Yeah. $1,000? It's like $1 million to us back then. And Ken needed that money. Bad.
Why's that?
There's ancient history, right? I can't get in trouble for breaking any narcotics laws.
Clear homicide.
Well, back then, coke was the drug of choice.
Hey, Hoover, save a bump for me.
Don't worry, baby, I got more. Damn.
You're out. You snorted it all.
Crap. I'm in trouble, baby, real trouble.
What do you mean?
I was supposed to deal all that blow. I'm into Cheney for thousands.
Well, you should have thought of that before you snorted up all his merchandise.
I'm screwed. Cheney's gonna kill me.
You guys got the studio upstairs reserved?
That's right.
Well, if you ain't gonna use it, I thought maybe I can get in some practice.
We're gonna use it.
You know, Doreen, that stuff throws off your timing, makes you sloppy.
If I were you, I'd be more worried about Sonia's 2 left hoops and not my timing.
You used to be good, dedicated. How come you don't practice no more like you used to?
What do you care, Bagel Boy? We're still gonna wipe the floor with you and Sonia.
I guess I should have realized Ken was an addict, but at the time, everybody was snorting like there was no tomorrow.
Still in contact with Ken?
Nah. Fire busted us all apart. Burning the Bell was the day Disco died in South Philly.
Was Ken an anti-Semite along with being an addict?
Instead of Benny the Rose, he called him Benny the Nose, so...
So Ken could have done something to Benny that night?
Maybe knock him out of the contest? Win that grand to pay off his coke debt?
Though Sonia says you or the one who was so desperate to win?
Well, that figures. I mean, me and the Polish-American princess weren't exactly soul sisters. But I wasn't a coke fiend, like Ken. And I wasn't into Cheney for thousands of dollars.
The bullet's still in him?
Says it's the pain in his ass, literally.
And he'll only cooperate for a price.
Yeah, what price?
Neighborhood of $2,000.
We don't live in that neighborhood.
Can't we compel him to give us the bullet? Get a search warrant?
Check with the lawyers.
Doreen's partner, Ken Mazzacone, served a stint at Camp Hill in '82 for dealing coke. Went straight, got a license with the city, drives a cab now.
Want to go see him?
Where are you with Doreen and Sonia?
Both got motive, both got alibis. They say they were on the dance floor when the fire broke out.
Witness statements from 78 back that up?
Yeah, I'm on it.
You two see if you can find this cab driver, Lil. Go visit ADA Kite and find out about that search warrant for Mr. Wrigley's backside.
Step right outside. You'll see right there. Thanks.
John, take the first hack in line.
Yeah, you're the hack we want, Ken.
Do us a favor, step on out of there.
Remember Benny the Nose, Ken?
From the Bell. Yeah, I remember Benny. Yeah, turns out he was murdered before the fire broke out.
That's a shame.
Ain't it?
What's it got to do with me?
We heard you didn't like him.
Got a crime? He was uppity.
Because he was a Jew?
Because he was a drag. A real goody two-shoes.
Wouldn't deal coke for Cheney, right?
Relax, isn't a drug bust.
Well, yeah. Cheney doesn't like a lot of people telling him no.
He liked you, though.
Hey, I ain't denying I made a little extra cash selling merchandise from Mr. Cheney.
Except you used more than you sold. Ended up owing Cheney a lot of money.
Heard you had a real love affair going with the Nose Candy.
Yeah, well, I'm off that particular diet plan now, as you can see.
$1,000, though? Go a long way to paying off your debt.
All you had to do was eliminate the competition.
I have to eliminate nobody. Didn't need to.
I was just as good a dancer as Benny was.
We heard Benny was a king.
And you heard wrong.
Where were you when the fire broke out, Ken?
I was on the floor, warming up with Doreen.
Who's the rabbi?
That's Benny's dad.
You sure?
Yeah, Mr. Rosen. He comes into the cleaner sometimes. I'm gonna go say hello.
Why?
Because he's looking for Benny, and I'm gonna point him in the right direction.
That's what the nose is head.
Mr. Rosen, Doreen DeNova from the Fluff and Fold.
You seen my son? Sure. He's in the white room. Come on. You know why they call it the white room, Mr. Rosen? That's where they do all the blow. Cocaine?
You better stop talking, young man.
Or?
You don't want to know or.
We're right in there.
Yeah, say salami to Benny for us.
Man was pissed going into that room. I wouldn't want to be Benny at that moment.
And you're positive that was Benny's father?
Hey, we'll also be at the Bell, hanging out with a Frisbee on his head.
Not a chance.
Don't say that, Kite.
No judge is going to sign a search warrant for a guy's body cavity to remove a bullet. Just won't happen.
So that's it?
That's it. No sale.
Out of luck.
Try again tomorrow.
Just like the exhumation.
You're still smarting about that?
We're supposed to be on the same team here.
We are. And my job as your teammate is to let you know what's legally plausible. This isn't.
How about the city offering some cash as incentive?
What is this case, anyway?
It's a disco murder.
Disco?
Mm-hmm.
Look at. But you can tell by the way I use my walk, I'm a woman man. No time to talk.
Stop that.
We should go
Kite.
dancing. We should go dancing.
No. No.
I'll take that as a maybe. Huh? Woo! Ha, ha.
Hey, honestly, this could be a deal breaker.
Hey, this guy, with the slug in his ass, is he in any trouble with the law?
On a parole for a B&E.
Let me talk to his parole officer. See if he'll go for a reduced parole in exchange for getting the slug taken out.
Do I have to do anything in return?
Dance?
Why didn't you tell us you were at the disco that night, Mr. Rosen?
I didn't see how it mattered.
Your wife know you went to see Benny that night?
In Orthodox temples, men and women sit apart.
I was gone and back before the service was over.
She didn't know.
What'd you say to your son?
That's private.
Not good enough, Mr. Rosen.
And don't you want to know who killed your boy, the 22 other people?
Unless you already know.
We know you got a temper. I betrayed you fought by Benny.
You think I killed my own son?
You had opportunity and motive.
You disapproved of him. You said so yourself.
For good reason.
Dad, what are you doing here?
How can you pray in this cesspool?
Doesn't matter what I pray, huh? As long as I pray.
What are you praying for? To win a ridiculous dance contest? Or to get your hands on more blow?
I don't do that, Dad.
Come to temple with me. It's Friday night, the Sabbath.
I'm not going to temple. I'm not going to dental school either, Dad.
You choose this degradation over your heritage.
This is my heritage now, Dad. Disco.
Disco's a fad. Your family, the temple, that's your life.
Disco's my life, Dad. All right? It's not a fad. It's here to stay. And so am I. In fact, I'm gonna marry my dance partner. The girl I love. A shiksa.
You do, and you'll never step foot in my house again.
Fine.
Fine. And you're no longer my son. I renounce you.
It's why I didn't tell you. Why I never told my wife. Those were the last words I ever spoke to my son. I renounce you.
Where'd you go after you left the White Room, Mr. Rosen?
I went back to the temple. And while I was praying, my son was murdered. Burned to death.
Kite did us a solid, swinging that deal with Wrigley.
Oh, Wrigley went for it pretty quick when he found out he could miss a day of work.
Sweeping up cigarette butts in 20-degree weather or taking an easy outpatient procedure. I can see taking Kurt number 2.
Slug's in pretty good condition, considering.
Is it a match to Benny's bullet?
Congratulations, detectives. You have twins.
Nice. 16 witness statements say Cheney was at the judge's table all the way up until the fire.
His gun, but he didn't use it.
What about our two dancing queens, Sonia and Doreen, and the cabbie, Ken Mazzacone?
Alibis held up. People saw them all on the dance floor.
And we verified David Rosen was back in Temple before the fire broke out.
Who are we overlooking?
Witnesses put Cheney at the judge's table, but what about his son, Paul?
No statements about his whereabouts.
Just his own, right? Said he was with his father all night.
A father who's conveniently dead.
A little weasel like him, he'd know where his dad kept his gun.
And he'd have access to the White Room.
Yeah, only one problem. Motive.
Why would Paul want to kill Benny Rosen?
Paul Cheney was a little perv.
You have any beef with Benny?
Paul kind of idolized Benny. Wanted to dance like him.
He any good?
Total klutz. He's always showing off for Benny. You know, watch me. Like an annoying kid brother, you know.
He show off for Benny the night of the fire?
Earlier that day, he did. We were rehearsing a number.
And yesterday was all we had. And
Hey, Benny. Can I get in?
Kinda working on a move here, Paul.
I know, it's Argentinian tango. I can do it. Watch me.
That's not bad.
Really? You think I could be a dancer one day like you, Benny?
Yeah, Paul, just you keep practicing.
I will, cause one day, I'm gonna be the king like you. Hey, Doreen. Benny says I'm a good dancer.
Don't let it go to your head. He thinks Sonia's good too.
Dance with me, Doreen.
Yeah, all right. Come with me.
Why would a disco queen like Doreen let Paul feel her up?
Owner's son, maybe?
Where was Doreen taking the kid?
Toward the White Room.
Me? And that little twerp? What are you, nuts?
According to Sonia, you guys were all over each other.
He was all over me, more like it.
Why'd you let Paul grope you like that?
I felt sorry for him.
Take him back to the White Room? Talk to your old dancing partner, Ken.
Oh, yeah? How's he?
Fat?
Ken says he can't remember you being on the dance floor with him before the fire started.
I don't believe this. You trying to pin Benny's murder on me?
You got motive.
And with that alibi, you got opportunity.
Unless you give us good reason not to.
We're gonna have to arrest you.
The hell you are? I didn't kill Benny.
Then who did?
I don't know. I swear. I just wanted to win.
Here's the deal, you little horn dog.
I'm listening.
So Benny always comes in here right before dancing, right?
Right.
While he's doing whatever he does, you sneak in wearing a ski mask, whack him one on the nape. Use a baseball bat, a tire iron, anything that'll do the job.
And you let me make it with you?
You knock Benny out of the contest, I'll let you do whatever you want.
The only thing the little twerp was supposed to do was wallop Benny on the leg. Put him out of commission.
But instead, he killed him.
And torch the place.
I don't know what Paul did or didn't do. I was on the dance floor like I told you. Oh, God. I didn't want any permanent harm to come to Benny. But the thought of that talentless bitch Sonia winning the contest and wearing the tiara, I couldn't let that happen. You gotta understand.
I was better than her.
Way better.
23 counts of murder in the first degree, Paul.
I want a lawyer.
I don't blame you.
Won't make a difference. We got physical evidence. That's the slug from Benny Rosen's skull.
There's a slug from your dad's gun. One he threw in the Delaware.
Maybe you forgot. You shot a burglar back in '77.
They're a perfect match, Paul.
So?
So, we know the bullet that killed Benny came from your dad's gun.
Which you had access to.
Plus, Doreen told us about your little deal. Knocked Benny out of the contest, get some action in return. Except you knocked him out permanently.
How do you live with yourself, Paul? Knowing you killed the disco king you worship, not to mention 22 other people.
23 if you count your dad who drank himself to death.
I didn't kill those people.
Forensic says you did.
So does Doreen.
It wasn't my fault.
Whose was it?
It was Benny's fault.
Paul, what the hell? Benny, I can explain. Get off me, little twerp, before I kick your ass! What are you calling me that for, Benny? All I ever wanted to do was be like you.
You like me? You're the worst disco dancer in Philly.
You think you're such hot stuff, hogging up all the boxes for yourself? Well, you ain't such hot stuff now, are you?
Let's dance, let's chance for love. I need you by me, beside me, to guide me, to hold me, to scold me, 'cause when I'm bad